Last year at the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach, Titleist brought out the replacement club to the venerable AP2, one of the most played clubs on the PGA Tour. It was this club right here. This is a Titleist T100 iron. Immediately, a lot of players flocked right into it and made the switch to the T100. And that includes Jordan Spieth, Cameron Smith, and a number of others. They like the thin top line, the minimal offset. They like the way the club moved through the turf with a relatively narrow sole. But a couple of them voiced an opinion saying that they wanted to get a little bit more distance. One of the big growing categories within the iron world is player distance clubs. So for players like that who wanted to get a few more yards but love the look of the T100, Titleist has brought out this club right here. This is the T100S. The biggest difference between the original T100 and the T100S is the S actually stands for strong. Every one of these clubs has a loft that is 2 degrees stronger than you'll find standard in the T100. So, for example, the T100 has a 5-iron with 27 degrees of loft. The 5-iron in the T100S is 25 degrees, which means that it's 2 degrees stronger. So players should expect to get more distance. Now, why would you want to have a de-lofted or a strong set of T100s? Why not just, for example, if you're a tour player, have them bent to be a little bit stronger? That's going to affect the way that the club moves through the turf. When you de-loft a club and you make it stronger, you're going to lower the leading edge, which means that it's going to dig a little bit more. You're also going to be taking out some of the camber, the curvature, so the club isn't going to work through the turf nearly as well. Titleist wanted to build that into the T100S because a lot of players loved the way that this club moved through the turf. Now, like the standard T100, the T100S is forged. It's going to give it a really soft feel, and it also has a significant amount of tungsten that's been positioned both in the toe and the heel section. It varies in the amount of tungsten from club to club, but on average it's about 60 grams of tungsten that's been split into those two positions. And what that does is help to lower the center of gravity to create a higher initial launch angle, but it also makes the relatively small blade length play bigger. When you've got more weight in the heel and toe, more perimeter weighting, the club is going to be more stable at the moment of impact on off-center hits. So slightly mishit shots are not penalized quite as much, but you still get that short blade length and classic look that better players prefer. So if you're an accomplished ball striker and you like the classic look and feel of better players' iron and you like the look of the T100, you might want to talk to a good custom fitter about how the Titleist T100S might work for you.